Prida. You are out the outdoor spiritual gift swap again, or maybe you never left. Anyway, you are sitting cross-legged on red and gold brocade pillows and smoking a hookah with a gaunt Indian man who is wrapped in cafe au lait colored linen. On his head is a turban made of the same material, accented with sapphires. Gray stubble covers his chin, and his face is dry and lined with wrinkles, but his eyes sparkle. He tells you he knows you from somewhere else. In this other place you keep camels, and occasionally he buys one from you. He calls it the past now. He calls you Ramadan. He is a time traveler of sorts. As you sit together on these pillows and share the pipe, he draws in the smoke, and the smoke takes him to other places, other times, until he has to breathe out. And then, while you smoke, he exhales and records his journey on a small sketch pad in his lap. He scribbles in a language you don't understand, and then he draws pictures to illustrate. You don't think he draws the pictures for you, but you can't be sure. Is that like a dream journal, you ask? He nods. But these things really happen, he explains. Dreams really happen, you say. He stares at you intently for a long moment, and you think maybe you've offended him. You also start to become concerned that he is crawling around in your mind without permission. Then he nods ever so slightly, rises, and motions for you to trade places with him. He sits down in your seat and you in his. He gestures and you take up his hose. He shifts the coals on the top, and as you begin to inhale, you close your eyes. No sooner are they closed than you are sitting at a table under a large canvas, across from a younger version of this same man. He is pouring tea into your cup, but you take in too much smoke and cough, opening your eyes and finding yourself back on the red and gold pillows. He laughs heartily, and his eyes shine more brightly. As soon as you catch your breath, he holds up the hose once more and gestures with his head. He explains, take a deep breath first and let go. Next, take in the smoke from the kea and hold it, then close your eyes. You do as instructed. When you close your eyes, you are back under the large canvas, and he is speaking a language you don't know, but understand. He is telling you the price you've named for the camel, which is hobbled near the tea stand, is not appropriate for an old friend. You nod politely. You remind him that the camel is a young female and can produce other camels for him to use or sell for years to come. You pour more tea for him and motion for another pot. Then you run out of air and have to exhale. When you wake up, you are no longer on the red and gold pillows, no longer holding the pipe. Instead, you are pouring tea for the otherworldly woman with red hair. You sit on velvet couches, facing one another, in the center of a tiny glade surrounded by a verdant forest. She appears more goddess than human, more a vision from antiquity, a mythological figure, an archetype. Let me explain, she begins.